Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Agarré el vuelo y vi paisajes. Otra noche siguen sin censuras. Con el YouTube haciendo travesuras. Y no vamos a parar.
Yo traigo mota, traigo coca. Las muchachas quítense la pinche ropa. Esta noche va a ser desmadre. Undisputed y los traviesos del parque. Pero un poquito más rápido, compadre, por favor. Un poquito más rápido. Ahí está. Cocaína en latina, pastillas para la alegría, para durar toda la noche. A rato voy por Cristina. Las muchachas les encanta cuando les jalo la banda. Me dicen que estoy muy guapo, pero me estorba la panza. Travesuras noche y día, los ojos hasta me brillan. A rato no me la acabo por la maldita malía. Cocaína en latina, pastillas para la alegría, para durar toda la noche. A rato voy por Cristina. Voy por Cristina.
Puras travesuras.
Y seguimos haciendo travesuras.
Puras travesuras. Puras travesuras. Haciendo travesuras.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end.
You're listening to Pigs Radio, broadcasting live from a secret location in Compton, California. The talk show that makes psychiatrists see other psychiatrists, other psychiatrists, other psychiatrists, other psychiatrists.
Woo! Other psychiatrists. It's Sunday, Zachary.
Yes, sir.
You know what that means.
The Lord's Day?
It is the Lord's Day. Not only is it the Lord's Day, it's also the Pig's Day.
Pig's Day, more importantly.
And it's been the Pig's Day for almost 13 years, Zach. Next month is our birthday.
Yeah.
We're almost there.
Yeah.
We're almost 13. Believe that shit? You're only here for like not even a quarter of that.
No.
But I mean,
No.
But you're riding along like you were there.
I'm on it. I'm in
Yeah.
it.
I mean, you're in
I'm
it.
all over it.
You're all over it.
Yes, sir.
You can be all over Zack. You can follow him at Zack Rabbit Lopez. Follow him down his rabbit hole. He plays video games and touches himself. What do you do on Twitch?
Well, I don't really do that anymore.
Oh, no?
No, I don't. I couldn't be consistent with it, so I just decided not to do it.
Gotcha.
I might jump on randomly here or there, but no. But you can still follow me.
All right, follow Zack because he still plays in like 12 fucking bands. June Clivis and the Diddy Boys. You guys just had a end of year closeout fucking shindig, right? Right before New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah.
That was good, right?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Who was on there? JP something?
JP McDermott.
Yeah.
Scotty Seatbelt. And
Little
us.
Sue.
We brought it back to Boomers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Never thought you guys would be back at Boomers.
Oh, no.
I didn't want to go back to Boomers.
Hey, but we might bring it back.
Okay, bring
Under
it back.
new management. So.
Bring it back, Zach.
All right.
But you guys can bring it back always on Sunday nights live here, PigzRadio.com. Follow us, give us a like. We got to get those numbers up, Zach. I've been so focused on content and creating. Now our product is there. Now we need to let the world know that we have 461 episodes for today.
We got to put it out there.
Got to put it out there.
Just got to lay it down on the fucking table.
Lay it down, aim for the wet spot.
Mm-hmm.
I said stop versus spot, but you know what I mean.
We got to make the wet spot.
We always make the wet spot every Sunday night.
Keep
and
it
nothing
moist.
gets me wetter than fucking a whole episode of fucking Lucha Libre.
I would like to say that I'm excited, but I know you're excited.
Oh, I'm excited. Feel these nipples, Zach.
I can see them.
Feel these
I
nipples.
poked my eye when I walked in the door.
You did.
Yeah.
You did. I mean, there's, I don't know, man. I grew up with loving wrestling as a kid because my dad, and then I grew out of it like most kids do because it's wrestling.
Like
and,
me.
Yeah. And then, you know, I fell in love again. My dad got sick, got him the WWE Network, and once he got better, I took him to his first live events.
Yeah.
I took him to go watch WWE Raw from Staples, and I got hooked after that.
Damn.
But not only did I get hooked,
got chopped?
I got chopped. No, actually, I never got chopped.
Oh, all right.
But I started working in the industry of like production. We started working with Lucha Libre people locally, and before I know it, now I am filming for some of my favorite all-time fucking wrestlers. Last year, that was an incredible year as far as Pigs media and production. We got to film all kinds of lucha events. I mean, we worked out with all kinds of different promotions, and man, we are just leveling up left and right.
Yes, sir.
But fucking lucha, and we can talk about it all day. We are with today's guest for episode 461, Zack.
What's going on, Mario?
We came across this gentleman by the name of, you know what? We normally break the ice here. Let's get your name, what exactly you do, and then your best pig's squeal or a pig's call. Either one of those.
Yeah, that's me. So my name is Sam Schwartz. I'm a documentary filmmaker. Simple as that, you know. I like to tell stories about people's passions. I think that's kind of where we are now. You know, Lucha is his passion. It's his passion. It's not your passion yet, but it might be.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. And my whole thing about, you know, what I do is, you know, I want to talk about passion. I want to talk about the things that not everyone gets to see. You know, not a lot of people know about Lucha if you didn't grow up either around it or grow up by it or grow up with that sort of culture around you. And that's kind of where we are now. And this was a great documentary to work on. And I'm very fortunate to be here in my best pig squeal.
Yes. Squeal for us, piggy.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Yep. I practiced before I got here.
Short and sweet.
He did his homework. By the way, no one does homework. So you know what? I think this is the point button. You get points for even doing your fucking homework.
Hell yeah.
No. And whenever anyone comes on Pigs, they never like look at an episode. They say they do, but then they don't. Because then when we hit them with the whole dinosaur or I mean the pig squeal, they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Well, obviously we always ask everyone."
Yeah, it's at the beginning.
Yeah.
First 5 minutes. Come on, like it's not that hard.
Not that hard. So Sam Schwartz. I know you got your last name made fun of for a long time, right?
Oh, yeah, of course. You know, especially when you're like...
In film?
Well, in film, and even if you're like shorter than most of the kids at school. Yeah, you grow up in a beach town where everybody's, you know, volleyball players and such.
Dude, you're tall, aren't you?
Thank God, yeah.
I mean, like when did you have a growth spur?
I mean, I was probably a sophomore in high school. Which is, I mean, seems normal, right? But like when I was a kid in like elementary and middle school,
hated it.
Yeah. Oh man, I was like under 4 foot for quite some time.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You're considered a mini. Wow.
Yeah, they used to call me Octagoncito, but
that you know what? I just met that guy too. That's so fucking rad. Hell yeah. Just for you knowing that. Points. Hell yeah.
Just like that.
Welcome, sir. I'm glad that we crossed paths. We're going to get into in a moment how we came across. And, you know, I got a text from you just recently sharing, you know, this documentary called LALUCHA that's streamable now, right? People can go watch it?
Yep.
Where can we go see this?
You can go see it on Vimeo. You can go see it on my personal Facebook page, but probably Vimeo. Best place to go see it.
Vimeo. I can't pronounce that.
You just did.
Okay, cool. I do it right?
Yeah, good job.
Oh, thanks. Points for me.
Yeah, you get a point.
Woo! I get my own points. Right. And in this whole, when I was watching this whole documentary, it was crazy because I was there at almost every single scenery that you were at without even me knowing that you were at. And obviously, once again, going back to our next guest, who's a repeat guest, we have the one and only Zocre. All the way here. You've been on the show before. Was it under Zocre or was it one of your other monikers?
No, it was under Zocre.
It was Zocre? Okay.
I was here with my tag partner, Phoenix Star.
That's right.
Many moons ago.
We had a house full of lucha people. We had True Grit in here. That was another tag team. You and your tag team. And I believe we had Alex, the Booker Man now.
Yeah, the Booker Man.
The Booger Man. That's more like it. And it was great because, you know, actually in our Pigs intro, we have our guy getting chopped. and I believe it might be from. I don't think it was your chop, but
It was one of the big boys.
Yeah. I want to say it was one from True Grits.
I think them. Yeah, that handprint was huge.
But on that episode, which was an amazing episode, you actually choked out Flying Brian with some Muay Thai, kind of like knockout
it was a
move.
rear naked choke, but it was a little hard to apply.
Oh, a rear naked choke?
Yeah, or Mata Leon, so it could sound a little tougher.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, was it because Brian didn't have his shirt on? Is that why? Or okay. But Brian did not die that day. You did not want to do the move, even though we pleaded and we wanted you to hurt our friend, and he was okay with it, and you didn't want to do it.
Like I said, it's really weird trying to choke someone out when they're not defending themselves. It just feels.
Brian was just like, "Go ahead, choke me out. Just let it happen."
It's a little too hard to put that squeeze on.
We egged him till he did it. It didn't take long to fucking Brian to fucking tap out though. It was almost instant, like a little bitch.
Yeah.
We wanted him to knock out. We wanted him to have a good night's sleep for being old.
What are you saying? Were we doing that tonight?
No, I mean, you want to get choked out?
Are we doing it?
I mean, do you want to get choked out?
Hey, I'll fight back.
There you go. He'll fight back.
Yeah, because last time we had some wrestlers here, I asked for a chop.
Oh my God! So this was great. So one of my favorite indie tag teams before one of them blew up and went to AEW. I love PP Ray on the indie circuit scene.
Absolutely.
And PP Ray are these tag team beyond flamboyant, and they just own it.
Yeah.
They can.
They bring the sexy.
They bring sex. So when they had the reunion, I was able to book them here for the show, and we thought we were gonna get Zack fucked up and get a couple chops, but they chopped them with their dicks. And all he did was give they stripped you down and then they gave you a lap dance.
They gave me a lap dance.
Yeah.
A tag team lap dance.
That was very PP Ray of them.
So what happens when you mess with PP Ray?
Yeah, man.
They deliver.
We won't talk about the mini boner you had at all, but it was sexy. Those guys
Yeah.
bring the fucking sex, and it is what it is. So shout out to Peter Avalon and Ray Rosas. And
Don't hug
obviously,
that video. Don't hug that video.
Woo! You guys got to rewatch that magic. Do you remember what episode that was?
I don't, but it won't be hard to find.
PP Ray All Day was the name of that episode, so you guys can go back and check it up on the YouTube. But Zocre back here on the Pigs Radio. It's been a few years since you've been back, so welcome back, sir.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me again, man. I'm glad to be here with Sam. We had a good time making that documentary, and you know what? Once I watched it, I was just like, this is fun to be a part of too. I'm glad. Something to represent myself.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, you were here on Pigs, and we became friends from way back when. I think you threw out the age of 2015. That makes how many years, Zach, now? Oh, yeah, that's a lot now. Thanks. 8 years. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Someone double check that. I don't think Zach knows how to add. But
no, we're good.
Okay.
I had to think because we went into the new year. We're still January. So
Oh,
it's still
okay.
fresh.
Look at you.
Still fresh.
Fucking, yeah.
Oh my.
What people haven't even got to see and they're going to see, but how does this even happen?
Sure. I mean, I was the one who reached out, so I had just done a little bit of research. I wanted to take the story of LALUCHA and Lucha Libre. I wanted to take it from the perspective of Los Angeles, because I think we've all seen, films about Lucha Libre in like Mexico.
Yeah.
And I'm a white guy. I'm not.
Yeah.
I can't tell that story as well as someone who has lived it, right? But I mean, I was born and raised in Los Angeles, so at least there's something that I could add to that. Look
Right.
at that from my perspective. And I looked up just Lucha Los Angeles, and I stumbled across this store called the Republic of Lucha, who are obviously owned by Phoenix and Pentagon.
Cero miedo.
Cero miedo. And just reached out to the owner, Javier, and I was like, hey, I'm really trying to break into the scene a little bit. I would love some contacts. And, we passed along probably one of LA's greatest legends. I mean, at least in my opinion. And, we connected. And, it's really fortunate that we did meet because he had such a great story. But even beyond that, we've become friends out of this. And I think that's the most beautiful thing of it all. It's like, we got to tell this incredible story, but at the end of the day, as you guys know, Lucha Libre is about community, and I was able to be a part of this community and even be brought into it. So,
Right.
And it's one of those things, you're in it, and then now you're stuck.
So you weren't actually in this. You didn't know anything of like the backyard scene or like who came from Mexico or who started here. You just like just literally found a passion, found an interest or something. Like, how do I learn about this, and how do I show other people this?
Exactly. And I think that, as I said before, my passions are other people's passions.
Okay.
And when something is off the beaten track,
Right.
you're going to find people that are even more passionate about it than just people. Like, someone's obviously passionate about baseball, sure.
Right.
But if they watch baseball, it's not the same as somebody who watches lucha libre.
Oh, no.
Because it's like it's a lifestyle, and he can speak to that more than probably anybody else, right?
I mean, yeah, it's you give yourself up for it. You know, you sacrifice so much. You sacrifice family, friends,
Yeah.
in order to continue to do what you do. You know, for
Right.
training, for matches, for shows, and yeah, so it becomes a part of your life. So it's something very important to you.
Yeah.
So when he approached me about, you know, kind of in a sense telling my story, I was a little shy because, you know, like, you know, I'm on the way out of this business, and I said, you know, like, how about a young guy that has his whole future ahead of him, so you could see him as he's kind of like evolving.
Right.
But then again, I was like, hey, man, let me take this opportunity. And once I did, you know, he helped me kind of bring out more than I actually expected to give out.
Right. Let me ask you with that. You said you know, you give up your life to go and do this. How does one start that journey of becoming like a luchador?
Well, the way I did, we started, and I say we because it was me and my tag partner, Phoenix Star, who we started doing this since day one.
Right.
And
which was what? Like, how old were you?
He was, I think, 17, and I was 19. No, I was 18. He was 16.
Okay.
And we started doing backyard wrestling.
Okay.
We did it just because we were fans of wrestling. And we started going to a bunch of shows, and then the wrestlers were like, man, we see you here all the time. How come you guys don't just start training?
Yeah.
And we're like, nah, we already approached a few schools. It was, you know, too expensive. Like, we didn't grow up in a situation where we could pay thousands of dollars every couple of months.
Right.
And they just send us to this random hole in the wall. It's a secret gym called Gil's Garage. It was like, God, it was the best thing that ever happened to us. We walk in there and we see guys in underwear like, slapping the shit at each other, like slamming themselves in this ring that is literally like cement.
Sounds like a day at Zack's.
God, and I mean, that would have scared most people, but to us, it was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, the first day there, they told us, get the fuck out of here. Who are you guys? You know, get out of here. But we just kept coming back until they let us in.
Yeah.
And then they punished us for bothering them, but then after they saw that we weren't leaving, they're like, all right, these guys are willing to go through all this, you know,
Yeah.
all this, you know, they wanted to see if we were going to quit.
Right, right.
They made us roll in cement for like months and then get in the ring and just watch.
Wow.
And then they said, all right, these guys are not quitting, so get in the ring. And then once they started teaching us, they saw that we were there for good. And the rest just flew by.
Yeah.
So you're talking about you're on your way out. So that means you are considering no longer wrestling or doing stuff with wrestling, or you're going to continue to like teach?
It would be too difficult to not do anything in wrestling. You know, I'm fortunate enough to be working at Republic of Lucha and, you know, being a part of that family, which is giving a lot to the community as well. But what I'm saying is inside of the ring, me being a performer, I'll probably continue to teach. I know most likely I'm going to have to continue to teach. That's the bug I just can't, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
But when it comes to actually being in the ring, I don't know. Let me see. Once I tore my Achilles tendon in what is it, November. I got surgery, so I'm not going to be ready till summer. But I'm not giving myself like, this is where the first day I'm going to wrestle. I'm just going to wait. And if I still got it, I'm going to get up there. If not, I'm going to teach.
Right.
Yeah, but I got to do something.
Yeah.
And one of his things that he even says in the doc is that, you know, this is him sort of paying it forward for all of the years that
absolutely.
Lucha has given him. You know, and I think that, I mean, that's just like, you know, you see a baseball player quit, whether it's like in high school or something, and yeah, they might coach like a little league team. But I mean, he's coaching people that are professionals. You know,
Right.
These people are going out there putting sometimes their like bodies on the line. Right. And this is just, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but again, this is kind of what you said, right?
No, absolutely. No, this is the way I get to give it back, because I remember how hard the people that were giving us their knowledge were doing. And a lot of people were, once we reached a certain point, they were giving us stuff that they would not give to anybody.
Right.
And we felt very special for that. So now, you know, it's our turn. There's a lot of guys that have the same ambition and you know, drive that we had when we were their age. So I'm like, you know what? Why not, you know, pay it forward. You know, keep giving to this community as much as I can. It gave me so much. So I'm like, it gave me more than I could ever give back.
Right.
Now let me ask: are you training them as hard as they trained you?
No. No.
Why are you going soft on them, man?
It's a different world, and you know what? We don't want to kick people out. We want to keep people doing this.
Right.
You know, like...
But they got to show you got to want it, though.
Oh, no. If they're going to train with us, we're not going to be easy, but we're also not going to try to make people quit.
Yeah.
If they quit, that's on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But they got to keep up with what we're asking them to do.
Right.
If they can't, then you got to take a step down, go to the class right before us. But if you're there, then you be ready.
Yeah.
I have the doc here. We were able to download it. Let's check out the first couple minutes, because the first couple minutes has an opening with the one and only Zocre. That way, we'll give everyone just a little teaser of it, if you will. You know?
Please.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Send it.
By the way, this was at the Republic of Lucha Bros first and second shows.
This was the second show.
Second show.
No, this was their very first show, actually.
First show.
Yeah, number one.
You get into a completely different zone. It's like drinking 10 Red Bulls without having to drink 10 Red Bulls. It's like an adrenaline spike and rush that goes through your body.
It's cultural, it's seeped in tradition. It's evolved over the last 100 years. There are legends about it. There's so many different layers to it, and I just think it's so visually pleasing.
This is my escape. This is me getting to put on a different hat. This is what molded my life to become who I am now.
Lucha Libre really gave me my life. To lucha is to fight. And I will continue to fight.
I've always been a fan as far as back as I can remember, since I was a little kid watching with my dad. Our way of staying home and to just escape, watch wrestling, cheer for the good guys, boo the bad guys, and just, you know, it's like real life superheroes we get to see on TV. And from there, I got lucky enough that I would just go to so many shows to watch wrestling that the wrestlers kind of started like remembering my face. I looked for a school, but it was $3,000. There's no way I could afford that. And I went to an autograph signing, and one of the, we call them meanies, which are little people wrestlers, he told us, no, you're not gonna have to pay that. You know, there's a little place that if, you know, you just wanna really do it and you stick with it, it's gonna be a different fee. And yeah, we showed up, they accepted us, and it became the thing that changed our life.
I have so many questions. We're going to wait till after this, though.
Oh, man, I love this scene.
My name is Zocre. I've been wrestling for 21 years now. Most famously known as one of the chickens for Lucha Boom, or as half of the tag team of Los Luchas with my partner Phoenix Star. I never wanted to wrestle. Like, no way. I just wanted to train because, like, what they were doing on TV was so cool.
By the way, do you wear the mask every single time you're at home for everything that you do?
Wrestling to me,
you're seen every day.
Okay, yeah.
That's like a whole new world. That's sacred ground. You know, you could be a fan. You can learn how to do the things, but that's a whole new world.
9 out of 10 dentists recommend that. The other one got beat up by Zocre.
Right, that makes a lot of sense.
You know, and them putting their hand on my back saying, hey, good progress. Like, that's a feeling I've never had in my life, so it was amazing.
All right, so that's the beginning part of the film. You can watch the Zocre the huevo sandwich making. By the way, why did you decide to open up with him making an egg sandwich?
Okay, well, one thing, you're about to see your hand in the film.
Oh, that's right. My hand on your hand.
You might want to stick around.
That is true.
This is going to be a great part right here. Well, that
I get part of a hand and part of my face.
Yeah.
This is at the Michelada Lucha Rumble at the Santa Anita racetrack. This is where...
there it is.
Hey! With that fucking hand.
With that mini board.
This is a show that you put on too. Put on but shot.
Right, exactly. We were shooting this for Super Steve's Michelada Lucha Rumble.
Lucha Libre is...
You wouldn't believe it, but
it's
I
a
lost
fight
some
between
weight.
good and evil.
That announcer was me.
The good guys.
I grew my hair back too and everything.
You need to get chopped right now, Zach.
I'm ready.
You know what? That's already 2 chops for you that Zocra's going to get for that bad joke.
All right.
But this is where we met Sam, and this is where the magic began. We exchanged contact information, and then he actually texts me later on about it. I'm like, holy shit. Who are you again? Oh, that's right. You were the one film guy.
Yeah.
So obviously, since then, you've been filming. And how long did you guys work together, or how long did this take to film all the different scenes in it?
It's probably about 6 months.
6 months of filming?
Like 4 to 6, because obviously we got our stuff done mostly out of the way pretty quick. But we honestly had some pretty unfortunate stuff in terms of like, I shot an entire day and that day disappeared, you know?
Oh, no.
We halfway through the interview, the mic just disappeared for no reason, you know? I mean, we had all these things, and that is just a part of production, right?
Right.
But, he was very gracious to, come back and help me fix all these things, and, we shot in his house a bunch, and so just really fortunate that I had a guy that actually was willing to give me the time of day.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much, because he's a superstar, Let's not beat around the bush.
Did he make you an egg sandwich?
He offered me the other half, but I said that's you, man.
Okay.
After a few years, he could probably get the whole thing.
You gotta work for it.
Yeah,
That's right.
For it.
So,
well, I'll go back to your first question about the egg sandwich.
Yeah.
I think the whole thing is kind of just to say that luchadors, they're just like us. They make egg sandwiches. They brush their teeth, and I think I wanted to sort of poke fun at that, because it's like I can't show what he looks like under this mask. I mean, obviously, I've never seen it, but
of course not.
No, I would. No one has, not even his wife.
Once with the lights turned off.
Yeah. Not the wedding day though. No. But the whole point was to just say that while they are doing this crazy stuff in the ring, they are just humans, just like the rest of us. And here are them doing mundane tasks that, of course, he did eat the sandwich and he does brush his teeth. So, let's show them that these people they're just people.
Brush your teeth, kids.
With your wrestling mask.
Yeah, with a wrestling mask.
Yeah, and the reality is that is me every day. I make my breakfast before I go to work. I clean up. It's just the basic things. So I get what he was trying to do, and I saw that too. And I said, all right, let's do this. It's going to work out great. And I love the way it came out. No,
it was great. It felt very home-like. Like, hey, I also put all the pans in the, in the oven. That's a very Hispanic thing to do.
That's how you know I'm a luchador.
By the way, we don't get too many white folk in here. What do you guys put in your ovens? Out of curiosity, when it's not being used?
Like pans.
Yeah, you guys put pans in there?
Well, like sorry, no, I meant to say cooking sheets.
Okay, all the baking sheets.
Yeah, baking sheets.
Okay, that's not too far fetched. I throw all that shit in there in mine.
Yeah.
All right, go. Fuck yeah, learning some stuff, Zack.
About white people.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because it's like most people just like drape them from like the ceiling with the little hook things.
Not Hispanics at all.
No, I know. I'm saying white people.
Oh, okay.
That's where the flight catcher goes.
Yeah.
And here we go with the lucha. I mean, with the crazy chickens. Once again, you get all kinds of characters here in the ring, and this is all Southern California wrestlers. These are all SoCal people, SoCal guys just fucking putting in work, from the referees to the people who build the ring, the people who set up the matches, to the wrestlers themselves. the announcers, the guys who put up the speakers, like the guy who does the drawings, like it's a lot of shit that goes behind putting on a show and then a show within a show. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, I don't think many people understand like really what goes into these things, you know, because I mean we've done I don't know if we talk about what we did down in San Diego, but we did Compton Mania. That was like one of the biggest one, my first big one that I worked with.
Yeah, I mean we were working out with Fist Combat out there in San Diego, which was great, a small independent company, and then we went with Compton Mania. They were doing a little bit of stuff, a little bit more of a they were trying to, you know, do it up. They were trying to give you that vibe of, you know, just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Kind of like PCW, but not to that level, but like getting there. Because I mean, around here for one of the locals, PCW puts on some fucking amazing show. They put on some great production behind it. I mean, you got trusting and lighting and announcers and people recording, you know. Hit up Pigs Radio Media for production, just saying. Upgrade. But I mean, no, for sure. I mean, every independent out, you know, depending on what it is, because I mean, there's wrestling companies, there's lucha libre companies, and then there's shows that do lucha libre, so it's all a little bit different, but the same, but
that for me
but
though,
different.
that what I'm saying is like you know, obviously we did some of the other productions and whatnot, but with that I saw it from the beginning. We got there at the beginning when it was just the venue. We saw them bringing it in the ring piece by piece, assembling it. You know, we set up our sound. You know, the wrestlers kind of like meeting each other for the first time, going over the moves, how they do it, whatever, what may happen within the match. You know, but
you're exposing the business, son.
No. It's just like, you know, you're just learning how to work with each other.
Look,
you know?
it's just like anything else for those who like ballet or not. But I mean, shows there's some planning. You know, people got to be on the same page. We gotta, you know, everything sequenced almost. Like you gotta go out there and do your job and do it fucking good, and you gotta protect each other from not getting hurt.
Yeah, but even with all that, it's real as fuck. These guys are going out there, and you guys are putting your bodies out there, because you know, like I said, we've done it, and like Mario said, I was the same way. You know, I grew up with it. You know, having cousins doing moves on the bed and in the jumper and whatnot. But then, you know, you kind of lose it after a while. But especially doing that show, that brought me back into it hard. It's just like you're filming, you're seeing these big dudes throwing each other all over the place, not even in the ring, but like throwing themselves on this like concrete like floor, and you could hear that shit. There was a few times where we were filming and I got taken out of it just because I was like, oh fuck, and I was like, hold on, I'm still working, you know.
But that's the beauty of it.
Yeah,
it's like you just said what you feel about it.
Yeah.
But yet you got lost in it.
Yeah.
That means that they were doing a great job.
Exactly.
And that's what it's all about. If you're a good worker, it doesn't matter. Just go out there and do what you do right, and you'll separate them from everything else that's going on, and just they'll focus on you.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that, because if you pay attention, I probably got rid of the audio in post. But during his match, the one that we just saw with him as the crazy chicken, I'm like chanting in the background. And, you know, as a journalist, you're like looking back, you're like, God, that was so dumb.
Fuck up my own audio.
Yeah, I messed up my own audio. But then I go back and I was like, holy, like he totally entranced me in this thing. And
he
like,
pulled you in.
Like, I think I'm like, beat him up, you know? You know?
Grab his dick and twist it.
I was just at a Circle 6 show. I don't know if you've been to any of those shows.
Yes.
There was an
not been, but no.
Oh, fuck, man. We got Circle 6 coming up really soon on the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast next week. Next couple weeks. The rest of this month is all wrestling, man. There's so much lucha libre happening. There's so much wrestling shit happening.
Yeah.
AEW's coming into town next week. I got my tickets to see my trio champions, the Lucha Bros.
Damn.
Death Triangle.
You gotta put on the camera though. You missed it.
Oh, no, that's right.
Yeah, missed the shot.
Hold on, right there. Bam. They put on their best out of 7 match against Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks this Wednesday. Chris Jericho Cruise. Already got my tickets. Going to that. Yeah, I'm going on a cruise, baby. Woo! Crash and TJ 11-year anniversary. I haven't got my tickets, but I'm about to pull that trigger. Blue Demon. No, fuck. I already forgot who was on the fucking card, but I just remember it was fucking stacked. I want to say fucking Blue Demon Jr. who's gonna be on there.
No, it's not. I don't think it's him. But there is a lot of legends.
Yeah.
When is this?
28 in January.
That's coming up.
Yeah, and then in February, just in time for fucking Valentine's Day, Pasión de Juego. It's the return of Lucha Vavoom on February 8th and 9th at the legendary Mayan in downtown LA. You guys can get your tickets right now. LuchaVavoom.com. Guys, it's amazing. This shit's going to sell out. Get your tickets before it does.
We're working?
Of course. We'll be out there. Pigs Media and Productions are always on the scene, filming and giving you all those great death-defying shots on the screens.
Find me fighting the crowd just to get a shot.
Yeah, we're going to have to make you smaller, Zach, and make you disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, a lot of Lucha stuff coming up. A lot of Lucha. That's why I thought it was important to get you guys in here and start talking about this film, because, I mean, the indies are blowing up. Lucha Libre itself is blowing up. I mean, it's had a new resurgence. It's cool to be into wrestling again.
I think pandemic had a big thing with that, you know, because it's just no one could do anything, but you know these entertainment businesses were still up and still trying to create something for the people, you know.
Yeah,
so,
I agree. I think pandemic made everyone hungrier.
Yeah,
and I think while they were waiting and resting, they were just building it up, and it's amazing what's going on right now in everything from wrestling to music to just anything. You know, I think everybody said, you know what, after this I'm coming out and I'm just giving it all, and we're seeing great stuff everywhere now.
Yeah,
it's that hustle, it's that flow, it's that passion, no matter what you're passionate about. I mean, no matter what it is, I'm sure there's a subgenre and everything has its own rabbit hole that you can go down into and get lost, and everything's expensive. I mean, from doing your filming, I don't know if you own your cameras or you rent it, no matter what, there's money being put into it.
Yeah.
What camera did you use to film this?
So we used an FS5. So it was not shot in 4K 1080p, of course, but
Looks
I mean
great.
you can tell it looks good. This was actually a part of my master's thesis.
Really?
Yeah. So I went obviously to a board and I was like, I want to tell this story. I think it's very potent because it represents. I don't want to say represents, but it definitely is a part of a culture.
It's insight,
right? Yeah, it's insight into this culture, especially in Los Angeles. And I was like, no, I mean, yeah, sure, we've all seen documentaries about it, but I don't think we've seen it from the perspective of like a very local, like, here, we're in Los Angeles, and I'm going to show you the Los Angeles legend. Sure, there's Lucha Underground, but that's a big scope.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, we live in Southern California. You could throw a rock and hit anywhere that throws wrestling shows, you know? There's about, 2 wrestling shows a week?
Yeah, I know Huntington Park and down to Florence, LA. There's a bunch of small ones.
Yeah, so there's a lot, but there's also a lot of quality. Even though there's a lot, there's still a lot of quality. Sometimes there's a lot of whatever it could be, and there's very little quality. But here we have a lot of quality of wrestlers, luchadores, everything.
How what kind of shows where do we go to figure out where the local shows are at? I mean, is there a centralized location where if I don't know about Lucha and want to know about Lucha, like?
You see, this is a question I'll probably ask you, because I've been a part of it for so long that I'm kind of used to going to the same places to go, but it's more inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk to promoters, we talk to certain people, but as a fan, what is the way?
I think I can answer this.
Yeah. Go ahead, Zack, since you don't like wrestling.
Well, no, because I've come into this. You know, it's still fresh, it's still new to me. But the thing is, it's very similar to music. You know, if you don't know the scene, if you don't know the subculture or whatever, you don't know it even exists. So the thing is, you just need one person to bring you to one spot, and your entire world opens up. You know, you start meeting the bands, you start talking to other people, the fans, the promoters, and you know, you get hooked up with someone else, and it's like, you know, this band's playing this next weekend with all these different bands with this new promoter and a new venue, and it's just like it's crazy because, you know, my one of my coworkers, like, you know, we were talking about him, loves wrestling, loves it, you know, and I brought him to the LUCHA Vavoom, and he was just there, and we ended up putting him to work. But it's just like, just talking to him about it, he's like, this next day he was like, oh, I was at this one show. It's like, we filmed it, like, we were there, you know. And then the following week, like, I got this flyer to go to Border X, and they're just like, they just barely put it together within a few days. He went to that, you know, and I didn't know about this show. You know, I don't even think you knew about the show because it was so last minute.
I saw the Border X one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But it was just like,
Well, see,
just
the way
gets brought to me,
the way that I come across stuff, I follow a bunch of wrestling people now.
Right.
I follow a bunch of promotions now. Like if I don't know them, I just follow them just to give them some love. And I don't know, like everyone.
Yeah, but you're gonna know at that point.
At that point, yeah. Like what I find interesting is that no matter who it is, they're so reachable.
Yeah.
You can almost catch anyone aside from WWE, just any Impact, Ring of Honor. Even like AAA or CMLL, you can catch any of these fuckers on here in Wilmington.
Yeah.
Here in LA. If the money is right and everyone.
Yeah, there's. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but like you talking about that Superboy right there, like total legend. He traveled all over the world to promote Lucha, and I'm just sitting in his house. You know.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, this was a wrestling match in Compton, and it's just random spots where people put on shows, and no matter what, you come across people who've been in the industry for a long time, or new people, or it's just always a mix.
Yeah.
So, kind of like Zack said earlier with the band stuff, yeah, you can go to a show, or kind of like even when they have those super mega shows where the radio stations put on, like K-Rock used to do all these yearly events and throw on all the fucking good bands, and then they throw in like maybe 4 or 5 fucking, nobodies or barely like someone who's, starting to get up. And same thing with all these wrestling people. I mean, before I knew it, I was seeing Tanya Valkyrie across all the independent stuff, and then Impact Wrestling. And then she fucking Impact Wrestling fucking champion for a long time. And I'm like, holy shit. And then still catching her at all the small independent stuff around here and still doing Lucha Vavoom, and she loves Lucha Vavoom.
Yeah.
So, and then seeing her at Republic of Lucha with the Lucha Brothers and doing their shows, and with her husband, Johnny Morrison. Like, it's fucking incredible just to see the interweave of friendships that these wrestlers make, and, the wrestlers make the world go round.
Yeah.
All that shit. It's cool. It's interesting.
I mean, and all those opportunities are because the quality of the wrestling here is good. Because if the quality wasn't good, you wouldn't get those big names to come here. Because who would they work with?
Right.
You know, so you have to have great quality so they could trust who they're working with. And that's the beauty about keeping like Los Angeles as a staple for lucha libre or wrestling. Have it be a big part of the map. Always be represented correct, because for me, lucha libre in the United States was always LA. You wouldn't go, where else would you go? We're so close to the border that we got the talent from across the border. And then next thing you know, they're able to wrestle with someone of the same quality here in LA. And next thing you know, you get Santo, Blue Demon, Mil Máscaras, Aniva. You get amazing legends that are like, all right, there's quality there. Let's go, because we could represent ourselves right there. And that's why I want to continue to put my efforts into making this maintain a big staple for wrestling lucha libre in the world.
That's what Javier said in the film. Is he's like, if you're not in like Mexico, like it's Los Angeles. It's like that's the place to be. So I mean, just echoing what he said, it's just kind of like understood that it's like if you want to go see good wrestling, and if you want to be a part of really good wrestling within the U.S., you're coming to Los Angeles. And if you're not, you're missing a golden opportunity.
This is a spot. Well, I mean, obviously, you can go wrestling. It's a circus show. I mean, no matter what, when one show ends somewhere, there's another show being planned somewhere else, and, you're on the road. You are going places. I've traveled to TJ to go watch some Lucha Libre. I go to Crash whenever I possibly can. I've done AEW in Vegas. And before that, man, I wasn't doing too many of these shows like that. But, I mean, because of the love of it that I had, the stuff that I bonded over with my dad for, and getting to see the stuff from the back end, the production, love, like what Zack was saying, we were there from the beginning. Aside from that, I help plan these shows. I show run them. I make sure they go according to plan, because I'm actually out there producing these things live, where I've done our very first pay-per-view, and thanks to Zocre for me hounding him and 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 hounding him.
He hounded you?
And hounding him to let him know that, like, hey, man, because I went to all 3 shows, right? The first 2 were fucking incredible. There were, without being mean, I'm like, hey, man, there are opportunities here. I can help. These are my favorite wrestlers in the world right now. I'm a fucking mark. I love this shit. Like, I want to be a part of this because I want to put my stamp on it. I want to create and help create a product that these guys are gonna be, like fuck yeah, that's us on film. Everything was great. I loved how it came out. Audio was great. I think by far one of my best masterpieces filmed live. And live is a completely different beast versus like when you're out there filming, take shot. Oh, we didn't get it, guys. Do over. And because of wrestling and because of this, I've actually filmed my first commercial because of this. So it's an ongoing evolution, and I love it. And I wanted to make sure that I wanted to represent them, SoCal, Compton, as much as I possibly can on a product that I can happily put my name on. Like, fuck yeah, I filmed that. I produced that. And almost a one-man army. I mean, I have my dudes are holding my cameras, but as far as like fucking controlling the whole command center, like I'm a one-man wrecking crew, and I produced that whole fucking thing, dude.
I saw you hustling that
fucking
day, man.
beast.
I saw you taking charge. Saw you large, in charge, handling it.
You just call him fat.
Yeah.
Large and in charge.
Nah, man, it was incredible. So thank you for letting me hound you for so long and finally get in there. And obviously we made magic happen. And
it was great.
And I'm hoping to continue to make magic happen, continuously with them, with you there at the store, and with all the other stuff that we have going on. I mean, Lucha Vavoom is our other family that we work with, and we're going to continue to work with them all year round and hopefully into the future until we're all old and can't do lucha stuff no more, and watching all you young people take over and do all that shit.
I'll probably still be all stubborn trying to
Hell
be in
yeah.
there while the young guys.
That's right. I'm not trying to give up that spotlight.
Hell no.
So obviously you're injured. We pray and hope for a speedy and full recovery. We hope for you to be out there doing some Vavoom stuff soon with the crazy chickens.
No, absolutely. I was so bummed out that it actually happened at Lucha Vavoom. Because that's usually the place where you go and have a great time. You have those matches that you don't have anywhere else. So I was bummed out. And it was Dr. Maldad's last show. So I wanted to be a part of it since he was one of the professionals that really helped us, like evolve in our technique and understand a little bit more of this game. And so, yeah, I was bummed out that it happened then, but at least I got to watch his last match.
So what was really cool is that they told me that it was going to be his retirement, and I was like, fuck, we got to put something together for him. Got to. And as I learned, everything in Lucha is so last minute. Everything in Lucha is so disorganized. Everything in Lucha is such a fucking last minute. And every promotion and every company, that's just how it is. It's so stressful working with everybody in Lucha, but that's just Lucha! That's what it is in wrestling for whatever fucking reason. But that was the most beautiful, hectic thing we've ever put together in one fucking day. We made it happen. Shout out to Johnny Mancan for fucking splicing that shit and having the idea. We filmed it here in our studio, but that was for Dr. Maldana's retirement. So, I mean, that character's fully retired now, and hopefully, Mr. not Dr. Maldana comes out and continues to do his services in the lucha community, which I believe he is.
No, that video was great.
Yeah, dude, it was so good to work on something where like, fuck, this means something. I know what it means to me because I've known Dr. Maldana for a handful of years, not as much as you or a lot of people, but at least I know that like, fuck, man, this dude's a hardworking blue collar individual. He has his fucking day job. This is what he does at night. He flips around. That dude is plus 300 fucking pounds flipping off moonsaults off the top rope. Like, Jesus Christ, dude, like, incredible.
I don't know how he does that still at his age. I'm not even anywhere close to his age, and I'm already all tired. And he is still going at it. I'm like, wow.
It's the mask,
much
man.
Respect to him.
It's that mask. It gives you superpowers. It puts you on a different level, on a different plane. It makes you feel superhuman.
God, I'm going to have to go steal that.
You ever watched that movie from WWE? I forgot what it was called, but it was something to do with that mask where the kid has superpowers.
Oh, one of the newer ones?
Yeah, it was one of the new ones.
I saw the trailer, but...
It was good. It was actually had a bunch of NXT dudes on there.
Oh, I gotta check it out then. All right.
Keith Lee was on there. Had a good amount of speaking roles.
All right, now you convinced me.
Yeah, go watch that shit. So now with the shift of Lucha, I mean, what's going to be next? I mean, is there going to be a follow-up, or what's going to be next for Mr. Sam? You have a new project coming up?
Yeah, well, okay, so
you're going to write him a check? Or?
No.
That's what I heard.
So he's referencing the fact that I used to be a international badminton player.
Wait, there's such a thing?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, there's royalty in the house.
I see that.
Yeah,
International. Zach, where you been? You were there touching yourself, dude? What the fuck, dude?
No, that would have been a lot easier, but...
Oh, okay. We just found out that he's an international badminton player.
Former.
Oh, former.
Oh, yeah. I took badminton class in college.
Yeah?
You went to college?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
I'm learning all kinds of shit today on this show. Look at that.
I was actually pretty far ahead in college when I went into college. I was taking college classes while I was in high school, so all I needed was one semester to get my general ed, but... Then I couldn't figure out what the fuck I wanted to do with my life, so that kind of prolonged it and didn't finish.
Good job.
Yep.
Now you're here.
Yep.
Yay. All right.
So, that's my life.
Yeah. Good job, Zach.
Thank you.
So, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm a former international badminton player. Traveled the world to Israel, Germany, Austria, just to play badminton. And I've played I've played around all of the U.S., just traveling and playing on that circuit. And I think, honestly, that's probably the reason why I love these off-the-beaten-path type things, these off-the-beaten-path type passions, even though it's like the second most popular sport in the world, badminton, because of the Asian countries. But point being, that's where my mind is at. That's where I'm going to go. So I think, honestly, and I've told him about it, I think the next project is probably going to be sumo.
Ooh. I thought you were going to say badminton, but okay.
No,
really? Sumo?
Yeah, I recently went to the Long Beach Pyramid, and every year they host the Sumo National Championships. It's incredible. It's super weird why it happens in Long Beach, but it does. And I went, and sumo is epic. I mean, he knows because I was telling him about it, and I was trying to get him to come. He didn't end up rolling through, but sumo is just insane. And it's crazy enough that, I like to bring everything back to like a very local level. There's like the heaviest born Japanese sumo wrestler ever runs a sumo school out of Torrance.
Wow.
And it's just like, it's such a crazy small world that we live in, that like LA is such a melting pot that just anything could be here.
Yeah.
And similar to LUCHA, right? It's like sumo has this like deep cultural meaning. One that if you're not really born into it or don't really study it, you don't really understand.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's just the passion. So again, this is just an idea down the road, but I'm getting excited about sumo.
Ooh.
Move over, Vice.
I do like fucking Vice and all their fucking dark sides of fucking everything. There's a lot of fucked up shit going on, man.
There really is.
A lot of dark sides. I want the dark side of the dark sides.
Dark side of that ass.
The dark side of that ass.
Let's get it.
That's where he was. He was showing off that dark side.
Don't say that, because Zach likes to send a lot of pictures of his ass to everybody.
I do.
I think he wants it.
I got a folder full of them.
All right. Is that on Google Drive?
It can be.
Oh,
I'm surprised it's not.
So you're prepared.
I'll send you the link.
All right, sweet.
Aside from this, so this was your thesis for your master's. Have you done any kind of work prior to that? Like,
I actually did a documentary 2 years ago, 2 years before this one. I guess it's 3 years ago now, about roller derby. Again,
oh really?
It's just, I like off the beaten path things. There's these gals called the Angel City Roller Derby. They work out of El Segundo. That's not El Segundo. It's Gardena.
Yeah.
They work out of Gardena, and they're just these badass women that just...
I've heard of them.
They beat the shit out of each other, and they love it. And it's this... I mean, I'm going to be honest. I think this is a better documentary. I was young when I made it. I'm still young. But it's just another great story about people finding, meaning and passion in something that not everyone gets to see. Not everyone even understands. And funny enough, he's even worked with, we're not really sure if it was them or not, but worked with roller derby. And it's just this, it speaks to this thing that like LA is this melting pot, and these subcultures will eventually meet in the middle and create like art and this beautiful thing. So
I had a couple of friends that used to do roller derby stuff.
So
yeah,
cool.
It's pro wrestling on wheels.
Yeah, man, it's fucking grimy. You better watch out. You can miss some teeth.
Shit, I'm scared to do that.
Hell yeah, dude. Mm-hmm. You're going at a faster pace versus just some dude fucking flying at you at like the weight of fucking whatever it takes for you to go up and go down.
What's crazy though is I have friends who do that as well. they go harder with their skates than skateboarders do with their skateboards. Like, they know about everything that has to do with it. They're constantly upgrading their equipment with it, bro. It's crazy.
Well, just like anything else, man. Anything has its own fucking rabbit hole to, like, you want fucking entry level, you want fucking medium level, you want fucking pro level, do you want some out of this fucking world illegal shit? Like, everything has a fucking price, depending on how good you want to get. So.
Personalizing it, too, to make it unique to yourself. Yeah.
Get that shit.
Well, that's the beauty about these, like, little niche, like, hobbies or passions, because it's like, they're very small, but once you get in there, there's a huge community, and that community is very protective and very dedicated. And that's the beauty, like sumo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I worked at a jiu-jitsu shop for years, so I'm familiar with, like, kind of like the culture of that, and I was like, damn, yeah, no, I respect that they have the same protection and passion like lucha libre. And that's the beauty of it. And then once you get in there, yeah, it's a big world.
I can't wait to see once that, can't wait to get your text out of nowhere like, hey, Mario, got that sumo wrestling thing out. And then we need to bring some of the big boys in once that thing is ready. I mean, we're in for, I don't know what the weight limit on the chairs is, but we will
These chairs would not fly.
No. Fuck.
No way.
We got to bring up the couch.
Freeze cheek.
Yeah, we'll set up the big couch on the stage. And,
perfect.
Yeah, we'll put a light like rotisserie chicken on them.
I mean, I've even done. This was after I finished the stock, but I did. You guys know Beyblading?
Yeah.
Like competitive. And I went into that community for a little bit because I wanted to know what was that like. And
wait, what's
crazy.
that?
So it's a little thing you. Fuck, how do you explain it?
It's competitive top spinning.
Top spinning.
Yeah, like you rip
Trompos?
a top.
Yeah.
Trompos.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
With a little, like, yarn and you fucking spin that.
Well, no. It's not. It's like a pull.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the same concept, but
same
like
concept,
it's
yeah.
you have plastic ones, then you can upgrade it to like metal, and it's like a little spinner, but you have like edges and whatnot to like try and knock them out of the little ring that they have,
or
like sumo,
to spin
or destroy
longer
it.
than them.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Anyway, I'm off topic.
I'm about to say, wasn't there a game like that? I forgot what the fuck
it was.
It's called Beyblades. Yeah,
Beyblade.
It's the toy. It transformed into like how like Pokemon sells cards.
Yeah,
but they also like battle.
Right.
It's the exact same thing.
What?
Yeah, it came out like early 2000s, I think.
Yeah.
And you have a doc on that?
No, it's just a little story I did for Spectrum News.
Okay, where can we see that at?
Spectrum
News?
Yeah, I don't know. That was Spectrum News. They have the rights to all that stuff.
Oh, really? You don't have a copy of that?
I mean, I do have a copy, but it's not out anywhere.
Put that shit on your Vimeo account.
Oh, well, I mean, that might be on there too. But then I also did. You guys ever heard of Tech Ball?
Tech Ball, what's that?
So Tech Ball it's a slanted, long ping pong table, and people have a volleyball or like a soccer ball, and you get 3 touches to kick it over onto their side. So it's like
paper football.
It's like ping pong with volleyball with soccer. Just imagine all of those in one sport, and it's Tech Ball, and it's like and they rented out the Long Beach Auditorium.
Oh shit!
And they had an international event, and like some of the Eastern European countries were slaughtering the U.S. Like these cats were so good. It's crazy. I mean, that's the thing. It's like there are these subcultures. They exist, and they're so cool.
Yeah.
What's not cool is that I did see during the pandemic was like competition series of cornholing. I did see that while the pandemic was happening. There was no content, so I don't know how cool cornholing is, but
well, I mean, if you really want to go there, I'm gonna say like, here's the thing,
are you an international pro level cornholer?
Oh, man, I wish. But I really like in my life, I've made it a goal. Like, I want to make a documentary about the professional mini golf tour.
Wow.
There's a professional mini golf tour?
Oh yeah.
I'm learning a lot today.
It's incredible. They mostly function on the East Coast out of Orlando because that's where all like the mini golf courses are. But they have like a tournament every single year, and it's called it's like probably like MPGA, like mini PGA. Oh my god, dude. There was like a woman from like Slovenia. She was like maybe 16 years old, like playing these old guys that are like 50, and they're like, oh yeah, this one, it's an incredible thing, And it's like, I consider it to be kind of in the same vein of cornhole, even though it's a lot cooler. But you know, it's like you never know until you break into these things and you see them and you're like, oh my God, like there's so much, like I bet like people that do professional cornhole are like, got like a wind reading when they're tossing and everything.
They all have. Wait, was it cornhole? What the fuck? I was watching also dart throwing, and those dudes have like sponsorships like on their fucking shirts. They're like windbreaker fucking bowling shirts. I don't know. It's weird.
I want to do dart throwing too.
I got into that too. I actually went to go try it. I wasn't good, but pandemic made me want to go try it.
I want to try axe throwing. I know that's been a new thing. Axe throwing.
Yeah, they do it. They actually, I lived by a place and they serve you alcohol and you just throw axes. That feels like a
that sounds
total
dangerous.
hazard. I don't know how they do it.
Super dangerous.
Like, I don't know if there's like a liability form you got. I don't know, but it's out there.
Well, what is out there is that documentary that you need to go watch, La Lucha. You can find it across where again?
Just Vimeo.
Just Vimeo? And where do we find it? Do we find it under your name? Is it under something?
Well, you know what? I've tried searching it. It's not easy to find, but if you want to just look up La Lucha, a documentary about, I think it's called La Lucha, like a documentary about Lucha Libre. It's something like that. I don't remember the exact wording. It's something because it's called La Lucha, but I tried to make it like more findable.
Right.
So if you just look up La Lucha,
hopefully
Lucha Libre documentary, that's what it is. La Lucha, a Lucha Libre documentary. Sorry, that took me a long time to get there.
You lucha'd that out, but it's all good, man.
La Lucha means to fight, and I'm going to continue to fight.
That's right. You keep fucking fighting.
But you hear the way he says lucha?
Lucha, that's right.
He says it all professional now.
That's right. He articulates properly.
I love it.
Zocre, where do we follow you at?
Oh, damn. I think I only have Instagram, but I'm like rarely on it.
Sure. So
man, just follow republicoflucha.com and go buy their shit. It's awesome. I print it. I'll be there saying what's up. Stop by the shop. We always have something going on.
And if you buy a T-shirt, he made the T-shirt.
Yeah, you'll be repping something I printed.
I think I actually need a Republic of the Lucha logo shirt so I can go represent on Wednesday when I'm watching my AEW Trio Champions, the Lucha Bros, win their fucking 7 out of 7 fucking best. Fuck you, Kenny Omega and Young Bucks.
Wait a minute. You don't have a Republic of Lucha shirt?
I need one.
Oh,
no.
My goodness.
What the fuck, man?
All right.
That's a fake fan.
Oh,
I got you, brother.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But this Wednesday, guys, our LA natives, our Republic of Lucha, our Lucha Bros are defending their trios champions. Death Triangle are taking on the Elite, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega from our backyard.
Escalera de la Muerte.
A ladder match of death.
I'm honestly nervous.
I am too. I almost threw up when Rey Fenix almost broke his fucking arm. He bent it backwards. Oh. That was not okay. And now they're going to do all kind of crazy flippy shits off of all the ladders. So someone's going to get hurt bad.
I'm so excited to watch this. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm taking my Rosario and everything.
I watch AEW from the beginning. Not the first time these two have had a ladder match. And the first time, this is what, their fourth time, I think?
Yeah, but every time they raise the level.
Fuck, man. It's insane. And I think after that last one, I think they almost died.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be good. And I think, I don't know, there's all kinds of shit happening. But this Wednesday, guys, go show your tickets at the Lucha Republic. You might get a discount. Go see what they got so you go represent on Wednesday.
Go represent. Wear your shirts at the AEW show, and you might get something.
Woo!
Aside from the taste of sweet victory.
I know. I'm gonna be looking for you for like backstage access. I want to hang out in the back. Give me the catering, man.
Look for the flag.
Ooh, the Republic of the Lucha flag.
Look for the flag. I'll be waving it.
All right, there we go. And Sam, where do we follow you on the Venmos or on the Instagrams or your Twitters or your Grinders or where do we swipe right, man? Where do we go? Where do we find you?
Yeah, just follow me on Instagram, man. I mean, I'm a documentarian, but I also have a life, like Lucha Libre, man. It's like I make documentaries, but at the end of the day, I'm just a normal dude,
People, he just puts on his pants one leg at a time.
No,
just
I
everyone.
I actually jump in.
You jump in. See, so
Yeah.
you're not normal. So there we go.
He makes his sandwiches one leg at a time.
Oh.
You know what? It's funny. I thought we were gonna talk about the sandwich more because,
Bro.
It sounds like you want to talk about the
Okay, you want me to
sandwich
tell
more.
you something about that sandwich?
Please.
shop? I was a little bit upset.
Why?
Because that was probably the worst sandwich I've ever made in my life.
I'm about to say those huevos look too flat for me.
They
bro.
look bad. No, and I didn't even have my avocado. I didn't have my bacon. I didn't have my ham. It was like it was pretty empty.
Why did you decide to use that? Like, why didn't you go to the store? Like, hold up, let me go get some.
I didn't
fucking-
prep him. That's on me. I didn't.
shows
You
say-
just showed up randomly. Like,
He
I'm-
shows up to my house and he said, make a sandwich. No, honestly, he told me, what do you do every day? And so I told him, and he told me the concept, and I said, that's awesome. But then I said, we didn't go to the grocery this weekend because we went out of town.
All he had was eggs.
And
yeah.
so I was like, all I have is eggs. And he's all, let's just do it. I'm like, well.
There wasn't enough time to Instacart something or go to the store and go get egg materials, sandwich materials to make it look.
He does live right next to a Ralph's.
Brother, I go to El Superior when I get a chance.
That's true, though.
it.
Okay.
No, but it was just one of those things where I said, you know what, it's true. This is what I do every day. Let's do it. But if it would have been like a normal day with the bacon, with the ham, with everything, oh, I'm telling you. Have you ever seen the Harley Quinn movie?
Yeah.
That sandwich, that's how it looks. But vegetarian, because everything's made out of soy.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're vegetarian?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know
don't
that.
eat meat, yeah.
Oh, see, that's why your body's breaking down. Do you need some fucking protein
Probably,
in your body,
yeah.
dude?
Damn, 40.
Fuck,
when you're
man.
vegetarian at 40, you start
I
breaking
mean,
down.
come on. Look at this guy, man. He's in his 40s and he's still doing backflips off the top rope. I think he's figured something out that we don't know.
I'm sure his body's a lot better than mine. Shit.
But I think everyone's better than your dad bod, though.
Yeah. I'm over here dying.
Yeah, you are. I
Yeah.
mean, your body told you can't drink anymore. If not, you do die.
Yeah.
So, drink responsibly, kids. Don't
Yep.
be like Zack with a failing fucking whatever you got. What, a kidney or liver? Liver. Okay.
It's all right, but it doesn't work as it used to.
Yeah, so just don't drink too much, kids. That's all.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys go to a lucha show, support. You go to a wrestling show, doesn't matter, man. If someone's fucking got some fucking tighty whities and throwing themselves around, as long as it's not your neighbors from a domestic dispute, go support. Go throw some money at them. Go buy a shirt. Go, I don't know, man. Go get a signature. Go get a picture. Just go.
It only
Fucking go.
it only takes one, and that's the thing about it all. You
Yeah.
know, it takes one show, and then you're in it.
Lucha Vavoom, once again, is coming up on February 8th and 9th. You guys need to get your tickets from luchavavoom.com. PCW's coming up with, I believe, their anniversary show in a couple of weeks. Crash's 11-year anniversary in Tijuana, Mexico is coming up on the 28th. Holy fuck, there's so much lucha and wrestling coming up. Circle 6, I know, is about to make an announcement. I already saw what it was, and it's going to be awesome. They got a coming up show. We are going to have, I don't know what his real name is. I know him as Poet. I don't know if that's what you want to be referred as, but Poet and JB from Circle 6 is going to be on the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast live in 2 weeks. But this Tuesday, it's the return back to Pig Studios with Sam. Today was just not enough for me to talk about lucha, and plus I got Super Steve and that dude Johnny C, who also love wrestling.
Well,
So-
I'm so glad that we got him first, though.
I mean, that's how it kind of worked out.
There's no other way I would have
Yeah.
wanted it.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that.
Why?
Because this is the #1 podcast in the whole universe. This is Pigs Radio.
You know what? You're absolutely right. We're the #1 live podcast in the entire Pigsniverse.
Yeah.
Live here every Sunday night. Tell your mom, because your girl already knows where to find us. DM us, hit us up, follow, like, tweet, poke, post, whatever the fuck you got to do to get your fucking rocks off. Grab us like a fucking bowling ball and just have a good time with fucking pigs. 'Cause
Yeah.
once you come, you just won't let go.
Never.
Thank you, Sam, for coming down and hanging out with the fucking pigs. Zocre, as always, my friend, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. I'm glad that your story was at least told on film. It looks beautiful. It's very cinematic. You got Taya Valkyrie on there. You got Superboy on there. Even El Pollo, who I don't know that well, and I reached out. Thanks for reaching back out to me, guy. But I love all his work. You know, you don't get back to people, but it's all good. But I love his work because I do see him at Crash. I see him posting all these fucking pictures. And I will say that working with all these wrestlers, they don't have a lot of nice things as far as like pictures and things like that, you know, like very basic shit. We need people like fucking like Pollo out there doing his shit where he's giving these fucking wrestlers giving back because he's a fucking big fan. And I'm glad to see another perspective, not only someone as a wrestler, as a commentator turn from a wrestler, but someone who's just a fan and just he gets a camera and all he's doing is going out there and just being part of that fucking community. I don't know if this dude gets just paid in fucking wrestling signatures and shows or whatever the fuck, but you could tell this dude's fucking love for the game is there. And you know, I was happy to see him on there. So maybe after seeing this, if he gets word of it, maybe he'll call me back. I don't know.
Maybe.
Or maybe we'll have him come on Tuesday. Maybe he's available. I don't know. Can you email him? Maybe he responds better to white people than he does fucking Hispanics. That doesn't come from fucking
I hit him
TJ.
on his phone number, his Instagram.
I don't know. Do you understand that? I don't know. Fucking let me know. But once again, thank you, Sam. Make sure you guys go like, subscribe, follow Zocre on the Instagram. Follow Zack at Zack Rabbit Lopez. He doesn't do anything now other than playing bands, so just follow him doing that. Yeah. Follow Pigs with a hard Z, a radio. Then catch us at all your local wrestling shows because we're supporting Compton Mania. We're supporting, you know, the Lucha Brothers. We're supporting Republic of the Lucha. We're supporting Lucha Vavoom and everything in between because nothing's off limit and everything is fucking great. And this Circle 6 shit is fucking insane. So if you love to get in the fucking nitty gritty with wrestling with no ring in a bar,
dang.
Holy fuck!
Was that the one in the Knucklehead or?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was some good shit.
Yeah.
That's wrestling on a whole different fucking level, dude. That is wrestling for real.
Oh, wait, so is he gonna get in a chokehold or is that?
Okay, you know what, Zach? We're gonna have to make this happen. Would you take a chop or a chokehold? What are you gonna take? Take it. 1, 2.
It doesn't matter.
Take a chop. Would you chop him, please, from the fucking stage?
I'll do a nice one with good sound. I'll do a chop the way we do it in the ring, where it's safe, but it got good sound.
All right, Zach, take off your shirt.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I don't know. Let's see. We're gonna move this camera.
Pigs will be right back.
No, we're gonna go. No,
All right.
You go over there.
No, I thought you need to set up.
No, we're gonna go. You just go over there.
Where are we standing? Are we standing over there?
Or follow. Ah, takes off his shirt like nothing.
I ain't afraid. No.
Zach, that's not his first rodeo when some random dudes ask him to take off his shirts.
Homeboy's got a wrestler body.
Yeah.
All right, so Zach here with his dad bod. Them titties looking very floppy, looking sexy. Them brown nipples.
And I'm just gonna make it sound loud.
All right.
Let me know when.
Hold on.
Got some space.
Ooh, all right. Ready. Zach taking the first chop for Pigs for 2023.
Yes,
get him good. Get him in the dick.
Ready?
Ooh.
But you're gonna see the hand.
Yeah, this bitch stings.
And that's the follow through. That was the easy one.
All right. Ready?
There's another one?
Another one?
Yeah.
What's the hard one?
The hard one is this
the
way.
hard one is about the one
It's
you're
like
going to
a
get right now.
Oh.
You want this one or the other one?
So get out my other
I'm just gonna give the sound. I'm not gonna give the pain. Just
Give-
the sound. The
give-
pain is
give-
for people I don't like.
Oh, okay.
So here's the sound only.
But a lot of people don't like Zach.
Hey.
All right.
Oh!
What do you mean that's not the pain one?
No. That's the. Let's just make it sound, but no pain.
Woo! Shit.
But you're gonna have a couple handprints, and they were simple. They were just compact, no follow through, no nothing.
Oh man.
For those who want to get chopped by you and want to learn what to become a wrestler, where do we go to, follow? Do we just follow you, or where do you teach at, or what?
Yeah, if you guys want to start training, honestly, if you live in the LA area, I would recommend the Santino Brothers School. That's where I teach. I'm going to start teaching once I heal up the lucha libre aspect. Joey, Mongo, they got just an amazing crew to teach anybody to, the ins and outs of wrestling. So if you guys want to start training wrestling, SantinoBrothers.com, go check it out. But if you're not around this area, honestly, go anywhere. Go anywhere, go online, just learn. If you want to really do this, step in the ring, man. Give it a shot. If you can't be a wrestler, be a manager, be a mouthpiece, be anything involving. If you're really passionate about this, just go out there and do it.
Just share a flyer, at the very least.
Yeah, go to a show.
Yeah.
Go pick up some merchandise. Go get chopped by fucking Zokri or some shit.
Yeah.
But he already got chopped, so what do you think about that experience?
I mean, it's not that bad. Like, the sting's going away. I could see how, like, the adrenaline in the ring just allows you to take the blow and whatnot. And
Now imagine you perform in front of an audience as a band.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel energy coming off of them?
Oh, 100%.
So imagine that times 1,000 while that shit's happening. People are cheering.
I can't imagine. It's a whole different thing, you know, because
It's like a drug.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy drug. You're probably gonna have that handprint on you for at least 3 days, right?
Yes, something like that.
And I was pretty notorious to ripping people's chests. When
Oh, no
used to
shit!
wrestle.
Like make them fucking bleed. Oh,
Yeah.
that would have been great if you would have bled.
No. But like I said, that's a whole different situation.
You had every permission to hurt him. We told you that some people don't like Zack.
He said it's not fun when he's hurting them though.
No, he said he doesn't like it when they don't fight back.
Yeah. What is that when you do that type of stuff? Is that like a receipt or like?
It could be.
It could be.
It's a little bit of like. It depends on the intensity of the match, and depends also on how the fans are reacting. If the fans are like from here to him, I have to lay it in. They're gonna know if I don't lay it in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
but
right.
then like you said, the adrenaline's running, and I know you're gonna give it back to me, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, like you're gonna give back to me what I gave to you.
Right.
And that's how it works. But when you're right up close to the crowd, you can't. You know, you gotta protect the business.
Yeah.
And then sometimes that's what blood happens.
Gotta protect the business. And shout out to Lucha Live. He came out and hang out here at Pig Studios with the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast. We see you on here, buddy. We need to get you back on here. I know he loves to follow all the Lucha Libre stuff and be at all the fucking shows. So shout out to Lucha Live on YouTube. Give him a follow. I know he's on the Twitch, I think, still, right? It's been a little bit. I don't go on there too often. But once again, follow your local Lucha people. Thank you, Sam, Zokre, and Zack for getting your titties fucking slapped around a little bit.
It's about fucking time.
It looked like you wanted it. Fuck. God.
That's
damn.
a lot of action. That's the most action he's had for 2023.
You're absolutely right. I mean, he was upset,
That's
but
some
not
good-
upset that he didn't that he got that lap dance. But he was excited, but he wanted to get chopped at the
Yeah,
same time.
yeah.
I think we made him happy for the year. So thank you, Zack, for just taking one for the team.
Hey, he took it like a champ. Look at that chest.
Campeón right here.
I'm always down.
You got the 2 handprints.
Yeah.
He's about to get a tattoo.
We are doing, we're putting in double work this week. Pigs is going to be doing a live Pigs on Friday morning at 11. Breakfast with Pigs, all the way from Texas. We have Hunt Me. They're on their way. They're doing a little small West Coast tour. They're going to stop here in the studio this Friday, Friday the 13th at 11 a.m. So we got the boys from Hunt Me coming down, do some of that post-punk stuff. And then on Sunday, we have a former Playboy Playmate hanging out here on the studio. So find out who it is. I just ordered my magazine to get her signed.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's real gonna good. So please like, subscribe, follow Pigs. We have all kinds of shit happening, all kinds of bands, and all kinds of people, and it's going to be good, man. 2023 is going to be insane and a lot of lucha. Make sure you follow the Pigs. I'll be posting all the things that we're going to be a part of, and, I mean, 2023 is already looking exciting. So thank you, gentlemen, for helping us kick off this fucking year and kicking off fucking Zack's first layer of fucking dirt off that chest. So maybe now you can go get fucking a shower, dude, and hose that shit off. On that note, Pigs out.
And now, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye, honey.
Hey, yo, DJ, stop the music! Countdown! 5, 4, 3, 2.
Initiating shutdown sequence. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you, I'm out.
This show may cause birth defects and/or cancer. Void where prohibited in the Southern United States. Official sponsor of the Special Olympics. Not really. 2% financing available for nothing. See your official Toyota dealer for recall as penalty for not buying American. This show may cause massive amounts of marijuana consumption. This show has been a joint venture of cock balls and ass. Free salad tossing available upon request. Visit robertreese.com. Sexual relations among cousins is not incest.
Thank you.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.